Hey everybody, welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared, and today we're doing a special unboxing. This is a Star Wars card game that you may have seen in some of the Star Wars movies, including the Han Solo one, Solo, a Star Wars story. This is called Sabacc, S-A-B-A-C-C. One of the things that makes this game unique is you can't buy it anywhere unless you are at the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, found at Disney World and maybe Disneyland, but for sure Disney World. We just got back from a vacation trip, and I saw this demonstrated, and I thought this is cool, both from a card game perspective and because I love Star Wars. So I wanted to do this unboxing here and show you what comes inside and a little bit of maybe how to play. So Sabacc has 62 cards, 2 dice, and the instructions inside. It's for ages 10 and up. You can play 2 to 8 players. And on the back, it actually kind of gives you a little bit of the overview here. It says, perhaps the galaxy's oldest and most popular card game, Sabacc is played in a bewildering number of variations. The deck includes 30 green positive cards and 30 red negative cards. 2 0 cards is pure Sabacc, and this hand wins automatically. If the dice match, you must discard your hand, and that's everybody's, and you kind of have to redeal at that point when you roll those dice, which happens at the end of a round. So the object of the game is to score as close to 0 as you can with your cards. So we're talking net 0. You're going to have these positive and negative cards in your hand. So let's kind of carefully break the seal here, because getting a replacement of this game is really tricky. All right, I'm going to see if I can get that to slide open a little bit. Slowly coming out. Okay, I want to be careful. So that's how that opens up, kind of slides back in together. We have inside a little spot for the dice to go, which you can see I've just rolled out. We have a folded up rule book, which is kind of a plastic almost feel. So it's not paper, it's pretty sturdy. This is here, I believe it should cover some of the variations, but here's where the winning hands explanations are, and the basic rules, setup, all that kind of stuff. It's not too complicated. So we'll break this seal here. We see the cards. All of them here have the same back. So they have numbers. Well, sort of. They have icons, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have what they call the spiky 7s. So when you see this, this is a 7. That is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is the 9, and this is the 10, if I recall. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe. So 9, and that's 10. I know this is 10. So that's 1 through 10 right there. There's also the zeros, but as it was mentioning, there's sets of green ones that go 1 through 10, and I guess here you've got the triangles, you've got squares, you've got circles, but effectively it's all still 1 through 10. You've got the triangle negative cards, and then some more from the circles. And over here, these are 0. If you have both of these cards and you have 0, meaning no other cards, or perhaps, whatever combination of cards to make 0 as well, these, if you have both, will win the hand. And that's, it's a pretty fast playing game, but there's 3 rounds. After everyone plays their turn, then someone rolls these dice. If the icons on the dice match their icon with the other, then everyone discards their hand and new cards get dealt out, plus 1 face up. So how this works, from my initial play at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you shuffle this, you deal 2 face down to every player, and 1 face up to the discard pile. On your turn, you can either exchange one of the cards in your hand, one of the 2 cards, with 1 from the very top of the discard deck or discard pile. So if it were like that and I want to change it, I can just bop, 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 and that's my turn. Or if I don't want to exchange anything, I can just draw blind off the top of the deck and I just have another card in my hand. Once everyone's done one turn, you roll the dice. If there's a match on the 2 dice, then everyone discards all their cards and you basically kind of redeal with a new face-up card. But after 3 rounds, then you reveal your hands to see who has the number closest to 0. 0 being obviously like the winning hand. If you're the only one with 0, then you win. So you could have like 10 and -10. That would be 0, or any combination of cards, positive and negative, that equal out to 0. If there's a tie, whoever has the highest number in their positive cards, so if you just ignore the negative ones, whoever has the highest in the positives would win, unless you have the 2 zeros. And I think other than that, I think there's some other way to do a tiebreaker, but that's usually not needed. But you just shuffle these. Now, they have this unique card design, so it's not a square or rectangle or anything like that. So finding card sleeves or even using card sleeves on these might be kind of a pain. I probably can't sleeve them because you're always going to have these edges that have no card to allow you to hold the cards. So got to be really gentle with this deck so that it lasts and doesn't wear out too fast. But that is essentially Sabacc. It's just those 3 rounds and that's the game. Now, it's mentioning on the back that there's other variations, which I'm sure they're going to be able to reveal more online or even BGG. But I think a lot of Star Wars fans just want to have this for the collector's item that it is. It's hard to find, or at least it's hard to purchase and obtain. But it's also a neat bit of Star Wars kind of, memorabilia, something collectible. I mean, even the box is pretty nice looking to display. If you have some Star Wars stuff around, I think people will look at it and go, that looks like Star Wars-esque type thing. What is that? Well, that's Sabacc. That's the card game from the movies. So you can get it. That's the unboxing video for what's in the card game and a little bit of how to play. So thank you for tuning in. I've been Jared, and stick around for watching some more unboxing videos. And of course, stick around for news that we do every other week. We have tutorials and a podcast. If you're interested in learning more about board games and some of our opinions on them, check those out. But until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.